我想问一个问题，比如说像奥丁现在这个用咱们 ICP 的技术这么火的话，是不是会有很多其他的，就比如说要做 BRC20的这种，都会跟你们 ICP 紧密合作了？哦，Bob 来了是吗？
哎，Bob，hey Bob，
Welcome,
hey
welcome, Bob.
hey Bob. Okay, Bob is coming up. Hey Anna, would you want to give the mic to Bob?
Yes.
Finally, the man of the hour has arrived.
兄弟们起立欢迎。
Hey Bob, how you doing? You've been busy.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, Bob.
I've been busy for the last
5 minutes.
nonstop. It's always a party.
It's always a party. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for joining us. Hey Anna, I'll hand over to you. Now we got Bob. The floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for Herbert invite Bob to come back with us. Hello, Bob. Could you give a brief introduction? What just happened?
Let's see. Is there a way to pin? I just posted a response, official response from my account. Oh, I can
Yeah.
share to space. Here
Yeah,
we go.
you can share that. Oh, I can help you share that.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
so I just shared the post, essentially clarifying all of these recent events. There was some confusion around the 74 BTC deposit that happened. It was about, let's see, what, 12, 14, 16 hours ago, maybe a little bit before that. And at first everyone was really excited. We thought it was a great event, and then nobody was able to find it on the blockchain. They couldn't find the Bitcoin deposit. People were digging on the ICP Explorer side and couldn't find it either. There was a bug in our deposit sync code, and so that resulted in a couple users having a balance larger than what they deposited. So this is why the users weren't, or this is why people weren't able to find the deposit directly. And this is why that amount, the 74 BTC amount, was not directly added to the, about 91 BTC. There are a couple of links that people have been sharing around, and you can see where all of the BTC gets deposited. That's the Odin.fun smart contract. And so this has all been fixed as of right now. All user funds are safe. No users experienced any direct losses due to the bug. And then I go through and I clarify a few things on like how things work on the technical side when users are depositing funds. That's on the deposit side and on the withdrawal side. And then a little bit on moving forward. So how can we continue to improve the transparency around what's happening behind the scenes, as well as how can we continue to improve and harden, the smart contracts behind Odin, as well as the API that we have, as well as our indexers, and then how can we continue to handle, just provide increased security for users. So yeah, that's essentially the update.
Thank you for the introduction, and it's your experience and ability to solve all the crises, and also thank you for you come back to us. And Chinese community is also very exciting and decided to talk to you. And if I don't know if you still have time to share mind about other business of Odin.fun now. Are you free right now, or do you need have to go back to your business right now?
Yeah, I mean, if anyone has questions, concerns, I'm happy to take them in terms of process and things like that. If not, happy to dive in and chat more about Odin.fun as well.
Hey, Anna, I think maybe this is a good opportunity, for the audience to ask some questions for Bob. Bob is obviously it's quite busy with a lot of activities on the audience farm, but this is the first and a rare opportunity for the community to speak to Bob directly. But anyway, that's my suggestion.
Yeah, cool,
Let us
cool.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
what you should do. We can invite some, for example, Xiao from Bly, from Z Clock, some community leaders to have a chat with Bob, and so that we can, at least the Chinese community or whoever out there is listening, can learn more about Odin, why this is such a great product, why this is safe, why this is the future.
Yes. So I think Xiao is here. You can feel free, open your mind to talk about this.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. Hi, Bob. A great pleasure. So I'm also a builder in SAP. So quick question. We know that the Bitcoin deposit in Odin.fun is basically CKBTC. And my question is, what are the ruins before they are etched to the Bitcoin mainnet? So are they ICRC tokens or something else? What is the relation between these ruins before and after etch with the tokens in the ICP chain? Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. All of the tokens, so the token life cycle in Odin.fun is a really nice blend, I think, between Bitcoin and ICP. So originally, when tokens are created on Odin.fun, they are created and they just live in Odin. We use a single canister architecture, so everything is built into the same smart contract, and that is partly how we get such great speed on transactions. Everything just takes 2 seconds. Everything is just a single update call. So all calls are very, very fast, and so I lost my train of thought. It's getting a little late for me here, so
Yeah.
Yeah, take your
Just
time.
what is relation with the ICRC in any way?
Yeah, so we don't actually make these tokens interoperable, I would say, until the token bonds. Once the token bonds, then we etch it to Bitcoin as a rune. We pre-mine the entire supply and we bring that over to the Odin side. And at that point, if users would like to, they can withdraw their tokens back to Bitcoin L1 as a runes token. They can also withdraw those tokens as an ICRC token if they would like. For interoperability and composability on the ICP side. So that's the current token lifestyle. But I would say that I view Bitcoin as kind of the hub of these tokens. Because we etch it to Bitcoin, and so everything is Bitcoin backed.
Awesome. Thanks. Thank you a lot.
Okay, thanks for Bob's question. And before I don't know if Luis or Rune's CC community, do you have any other questions for Bob?
No questions. Yeah, we have a conversation.
Yeah,
Luis knows everything about Odin.fun.
I want to say something.
Can
you hear me?
Yeah. I think Odin.fun Chinese community is speaking right now.
Hi, Bob.
Yeah, sorry. One more thing. Yeah, Bob.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the community really need
能听见我说话吗？
a better indexer and Odin Explorer, so it will increase transparency. So yeah, do please consider that demand. That's all from me.
Yeah, Louis, you bring up a great point. I think one of the things that I mentioned in my recap for something moving forward is with an application like Odin.fun, we haven't seen a really good example of something like this in a while in crypto broadly, and it's kind of a mix between Bitcoin L1 and another layer, ICP. And when you have two different blockchains, you have various needs regarding block explorers, and you can't just have a single block explorer that does everything because it doesn't have all the information that you need. And right now it's a little bit disjointed and spread out, and it's kind of hard to follow. And so we have a couple of interesting ideas around almost like a custom block explorer that kind of merges everything together, and it's just a single block explorer. It's basically like an Odin.fun block explorer, essentially like a application specific block explorer kind of. And we think this could dramatically increase the transparency of deposits and withdrawals and the flow of funds, etc. So I think that's something that we're excited about.
Yeah, I think there could be an Odin.fun Explorer which aggregates data from different sources. For example, the Rune's withdrawal and deposit data are stored on Omiti, and we have an indexer. We will be very happy to open the database to Odin.fun, and I hope CKBTC have some, let's say, transaction log mechanism that can be accessed. Then you can aggregate all these and present a unified data view to users.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for Louis' question and Bob's answer. And the Odin.fun Chinese community, you can open your mic now. And yeah.
Okay. Hi, Bob, founder of Odin.fun. I'm from the Chinese community of Odin.fun and just want to say a huge thanks to you. In this ever-changing online world, you trust in the Chinese community means the world to us. It's like a bright light that gives us so much motivation. The Odin.fun platform you created is amazing. We will make a great friends here and have exploring new things and share our lives. You were being listened to us making the platform better and hosting cool events. We really feel at home. That trust you were put in us in is not just nice, it's a big responsibility. We will do our best to make the community even better, bring in more people and keep it advancing. Thanks again, Barbara, with your leading the way. Odin.fun is going to keep getting better. Be we will be right here with you. By the way, I hope you could follow me on Twitter. Thank you.
Okay. It's not a question.
Thank you. Thank you for the kind words.
It's very supportive. Okay, I have a question here that in the last email that Paul mentioned that you started to develop the Odin.fun in the last November. And is that accurate? And could you share more about the team behind it and how many people are currently working on this project?
Yeah, that's a great question. On our team right now, it's me and four developers. We've been building together for the last 4 years. We have a really fantastic development team. We've built all kinds of interesting tech over the last 4 years. We've built cross-chain tech and Bitcoin tech and ICP tech and everything in between, essentially. We started building full-time on Bitcoin in 2023. Excuse me, when Casey Rodamore released the 0.4.0 version of the Ordinals protocol. It was probably like a week or two after he released the Ordinals protocol, and I was convinced that it was going to be absolutely massive. I was convinced that Bitcoin was for builders again, and that we were going to get Bitcoin season 2 essentially. So we started building kind of an L2 Ordinals marketplace. We built that for almost 2 years, and then in November, we just hadn't been getting the kind of traction that we wanted on the Ordinals marketplace. So we kind of went back to the drawing board and thought about, we have a really great team that can build really great tech. What does the market want right now? What are the pain points on Bitcoin? How can we take, our unique technical skills and the, unique cross-chain tech on ICP, and how can we leverage all of that to build something that is fantastic? And out came Odin.fun. And I think Odin.fun was this series of, like 1,000 different design decisions that we had to make. I was talking every day with, degens in the Solana trenches, and degens in the Bitcoin trenches on what kind of platform to build and what did they value the most, and how could we craft and customize the user experience so that it was absolutely fantastic. And I think we're championing a couple of unique innovations here along the lines of chain abstraction, account abstraction, session keys, and others, in order to give people a really fantastic product with really fantastic user experience. So yeah, I mean, it's been a wild 4 months. I think we're 4 months in at this point from, hey, let's go build this thing, to today. And it has been a wild ride. We were building nights and weekends for months. And then when we launched, the community just received us with open arms. We went like, 0 to 10,000 users in like a day. It just kind of exploded. And then it quieted off a little bit and then picked up in Asia. And it's been absolutely incredible to watch the community come together around Odin.fun.
Okay, thank you for Bob. I hope we can hear more good news about the product, and it's very impressive that you guys built such brilliant product in just 4 months. And also the BTC Bitcoin community, whether in the Western community or the APAC community, they are amazed by the Odin.fun's lightning fast transaction. What's the secret behind this breakthrough? I know you may. Yeah, what's the secret behind this lightning fast transaction?
Yeah, I think that if you want to do really fast Bitcoin transactions, you have to go to another layer. A lot of people, for like payments, when you want faster payments, you go to the Lightning Network, and that's because it's a really great payment channel type system where you can do really really fast transfers of Bitcoin. In our case, we wanted to do lightning fast trading. If you look at Solana, it's blazingly fast, but also it's kind of a dumpster fire. Pump and dumps, and there's a lot of MEV, and there's a lot of sandwich attacks and other kind of just negative things happening over there. And then you have Bitcoin, which is the world's greatest, most decentralized, secure blockchain on planet Earth, but it's maybe one of the worst places to trade tokens. You have to worry about UTXOs and splitting UTXOs, or inscribing transfer inscriptions, or tapping to your balance. Like it's just kind of a slow, expensive, complicated place to trade fungible tokens. And so we really wanted to bring both of these together in a platform that had the speed of Solana, but the experience and the ultra fair and robust nature of Bitcoin. And I think this is, essentially where we've landed with Odin.fun. Come in with your Bitcoin wallet, deposit Bitcoin, and you're off to the races.
Okay, cool, thank you. And any other, in from the Chinese community members, if you want to ask question and maybe feel shy to open the mic, you can leave the question in the comment area. 中文区的用户想要提问的话，可以把问题留在这个评论区，我来翻译。Okay, so you just
raise your hands, and yeah, we'll do the translation. Okay. But we don't want to hold Bob too long. It's getting pretty late for Bob.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So questions.
And I have one here that you just mentioned Cassie, your discussions with him. Then how do you like the coins launchpad in the Bitcoin ecosystem right now?
Sorry, say that one more time. Did you say the launchpad?
Yeah, other coins launchpad in the BTC ecosystem.
You mean other DeFi products on Bitcoin right now?
Yes.
And is the question what I think about them?
Yes, yeah, right. Other DeFi product like launchpad or swap or DEX, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. the thing I love about the Bitcoin ecosystem is it is a massively decentralized entity, not just as a blockchain, but also as builders building on top of it. Bitcoin script is so limiting that in order to do anything on Bitcoin, you have to be really creative. You have to spin up a new meta protocol, and you have to, bake things in like a state machine, or you have to think about your smart contract methods, or have your indexer running EVM smart contracts for programmability, or you just define everything within your meta protocol directly, or you go the side chain route, or the state chain route, or the spider chain route, or the drive chain route. Like there there are a million ways to build on Bitcoin. And the thing that I love about that is we have a very decentralized approach to doing more on Bitcoin. There's, so many talented, brilliant teams trying out so many different models. And in our case specifically, we made a whole bunch of trade-offs. I think every time you build a product, you have to make trade-offs, and you have to kind of balance. Okay, how much speed do I need? How much, decentralization do I need, et cetera? I mean, it's like the blockchain trilemma. And I think the part that I really like about Odin.fun is we're still able to build it in a decentralized way. Funds come in and they go to a threshold signing setup. So, it's not like it's just a, one of one, or a two of two multi-sig. This is a robust, decentralized threshold signing setup at the protocol level. And so we were still able to, adhere to the ethos of Bitcoin in terms of decentralization and security, while still taking advantage of some of the advantages of being built on another layer, like more expressibility, more programmability, faster transactions, etc.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And the one question from the community that what's the next to prepare for the Odin.fun? Any upcoming product updates, new features, or business exposure you want to share with us? And some people even mentioned that the user levels you set up in the user levels you set up in the product. Do you have can you share us more about your next step about Odin.fun?
Yeah, sure. I think that in terms of additional features, I mean, there's a lot that we're excited about. People have really loved the the comment sections in tokens, and so there are a bunch of updates on the comment side that we're really excited about. I think getting external runes trading in Odin, I think a lot of people are excited about that one. I kind of have mixed feelings about that. Mixed feelings because there isn't a lot of liquidity for runes generally on Bitcoin L1. And so if you suddenly give people a lot of liquidity, then it gives people an opportunity to sell their tokens. And so I kind of have modest expectations here on adding external runes. I think it's a good thing, but I don't know that it is going to send all external runes to the moon, or anything like that. So have tempered expectations. Probably that's what I would say. I think trading external runes on Odin is going to be fantastic, and it's going to be fast. And why not trade your Odin dog next to pups, etc. I think it just makes sense. So external runes integration is definitely something we want to do. Further down the line, a BRC20 integration could make a lot of sense. Why not trade your Ordi next to your dog, next to your Odin dog? And then one of the things we really want to do is we want to onboard users from other chains. I think one of the things that we really have to do is we have to meet people where they are. People have Sol, and that Sol is sitting in a Phantom wallet. And so we need to, in 30 seconds or less, a user needs to be able to go to Odin.fun, log in with their Phantom wallet, deposit Sol, swap to Bitcoin, and start trading. I think this simple 5-step process, I really think we can do it in less than 30 seconds. And if we can pull that off, I think enabling Solana users to directly trade in an easy way on Odin.fun, I think that'll be a huge win And honestly, it'll probably be the fastest Sol to BTC swap in all of crypto, probably, because normally Solana and BTC, it's just so hard to swap between them. And in this case, it'll just be blazingly fast. You'll just come in, and in 30 seconds, you've gone from Sol to BTC, and you're buying tokens on Odin.fun. This same experience could happen with Ethereum. It could happen with Ethereum on Base. It could happen with other EVM chains. It could happen with Bitcoin L2 chains. It's essentially just based on traction. So we're in the trenches every day and every night. As you can see, I'm still up here chatting with you all, and we are very, very happy to do it. The community has been incredible, and working with you all has been fantastic.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I hope you explain more what we need to know. Maybe the community may get what they want. And there is one more that on the Odin form that who is in process of the user's CKBTC asset. Why he is confused about that? That when they withdraw the CKBTC or BTC, she don't need to sign again and just withdraw the BTC. So he's wondering who is in process of the user's CKBTC on the platform.
So you only have to sign when you do a deposit, because you deposit into this threshold signing subnet. When you deposit into the threshold signing setup, the Bitcoin is now essentially controlled by this threshold signing subnet, with essentially delegation given to the Odin smart contract, where we then allocate a portion of that Bitcoin to the user. And so when a user withdraws, they don't have to sign, because the Bitcoin is all pooled together into that threshold signing address. And then when users withdraw, it's just a smart contract execution. And then that threshold signing setup, all of the nodes talk to each other. They each have a private key share, and then they create a signature in order to broadcast those transactions back to the user. This threshold signing setup is at the protocol level. This is an Internet Computer Protocol provided primitive, these threshold signing setups. And so that's essentially why you don't have to sign when you're withdrawing. It's only when you deposit.
Okay. I will, after, thank you for your answer. And after the call, after the space, I will translate and prepare the test to the Chinese community and let them know.
安娜，我觉得这个问题反复被问了，我来翻译一下那个 Bob 的那个回答吧。
Okay.
就是用户这个充 BTC 的时候。
Hey Bob, Louis will translate your answer into Chinese for you. Just chill for 1 second.
Yeah.
那么用户是把 BTC 转到了由这个 Chain Key 子网，就是这个门线签名子网控制的比特币的地址上。那么充值到了之后呢，这个门线签名子网就会通知 Odin.fun 的 Smart Contract 这一笔这个充值到了。那么Odin.fun 的 Smart Contract 智能合约就会给这个用户记上一笔这个入账。那么你就可以用这笔钱了啊，你买啊还是卖啊等等等等。然后你充值的时候，你提现的时候呢，你是给这个 Odin.fun 的 Smart Contract 发了一个请求，说我要提多少 BTC 到哪一个地址上。这个时候 Odin.fun 的 Smart Contract 会看你的这个余额够不够这么多钱。你要提，比如说你要提1个 BTC， 你这个账户里边 Odin.fun 账户里面有1.5个 BTC， 那么他认为你够，他就会扣掉1个 BTC， 然后你就变成0.5个 BTC 了，在他这个Odin.fun 内部账本上面就剩0.5个了。然后呢 Odin.fun 的智能合约会向这个Chain Key 的这个子网，就是这个门线签名子网说，你去发一笔比特币的交易，签一笔比特币的交易，把1个真正的 BTC 转到刚才这个用户指定的这个地址上。那么那个子网就是 虽然它很技术，但是它没有业务逻辑，它就知道 OK， 我凡是归在 Odin.fun 智能合约里面的 CKBTC 我都是听他指挥的，所以他让我去给谁转我就给谁转。那么于是你就会收到这个一个真正的 BTC。在这个过程中，你当然不需要签名了，因为那个比特币的交易是。比特币的交易是那个刚才说那个门信签名子网签的名，好吧？这个问题我觉得已经被反复问了很多遍了，就是你不可能把钱充进去之后，这个钱还在你的私钥控制之下，那就乱套了。就是说，你那个钱虽然是你的，但是它已经存进 Odin.fun 银行了，就跟你去银行存款，那个银行是管理这个钱，你可以拿存折去取钱，对吧？但你不能拿着存折直接去金库里面去拿那个现金，对吧？所以这就是那个 Odin.fun 它就是这个银行的一个跟银行是一样的，只不过它是链上的，对。
Okay, thank you for Louis' answer. Hi Bob. There is one people from community. Flamantia. Would you like to open that?
Yes. Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Hi, Bob.
Yep.
First of all,
Hi.
thank you all for all the work. It's been great. It's been a great journey. I know it's late. I also personally live in the US currently, so I know it's getting late for you. So I'm gonna keep this question very simple for you. It's gonna be a yes or no kind of answer. So, as from perspective, not from a builder, but all of us are like just players in your playground here. We want to know if you in the future you're planning to add a function for us to see our buy point, sell point, and also probably an average entry point, average price of certain tokens we hold.
100%, definitely needed. Think about it a lot. Already in progress. Yep.
All right, thank you. That'll be it. Thank you, Anna.
Okay, thank you. Do you guys have more questions? And
Yeah, and at some point we should probably let Bob go.
yeah, it's very super late, and it's very exciting night for Bob.
Yeah, that's very nice of you, Bob. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, and have a good night.
I'm happy to be here. You guys are all fantastic. The space has been great. Questions have been great. Just again, shout out to the Odin.fun community. We wouldn't be here without all of you coming together around this new product, this new way to trade tokens on Bitcoin. And so massive shout out to the Bitcoin community.
Yeah, thank you. Of course, we will shout out and to the Chinese community, and thank you for your work. Okay, good night. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, good day. Bye.
Thank you so much, Bob. Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks a
Anna.
lot.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Keep up
Herbert.
the
Thank you,
work.
Louis.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Xiao.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
China. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Don't panic. Everything is fine. Don't panic.
The builders in our Chinese region are having a gather in Shenzhen now. Do we have
Wow.
any? Yeah,
Okay.
我们在那个一方城。
你们在深圳的 have party 啊 ？OK， 我现在没法去。
Cool. Share some image on the Twitter, okay?
Yeah. Share some photos, guys. Those of you in Shenzhen.
Okay. Bye. See you.
Hopper, focus on me. Thank you.
All right, guys.